Well, here we are, 24 hours since my last show and my last weather update in the weather department. I think numbers are pretty firm for a couple of different reasons. Temperature-wise being one of them. Over a period of about 36 hours or so, starting tomorrow, our temperature is only going to change up to 2 degrees over 36 hours. That's tomorrow's high, tomorrow night's low, and the daytime high for your Saturday. And I think models are pretty much honed in on about how much snow we stand to get. We're going to get some, and we'll take a look and just see how accurate they are. Of course, this time tomorrow, around about as I think the snowfall is going to start to fly for the viewing area right around midday or so. More on your weather, much more on your weather, taking a look back in our weather history on a couple of different years as well. But all of that in more detail. A couple of warrants served at a McGoffin County residence last night. One, a federal drug warrant out of another county, as well as an update, of course, on electricity. And a big day, a good day today, says Curry Howard, in regards to getting power restored. But still, there's going to be some that are going to be a few days out, I'm sad to say, but the numbers have certainly improved. Let's take a look at a few things in the state level before we get to our local headlines. Kentucky's Attorney General has announced a couple of settlements this week. One, a $110 million settlement with Kroger following the lawsuit filed early last year, alleging the company was responsible for putting about 445 million doses of opioids out through Kentucky and its people over the course of 13 years with no internal monitoring system to report any suspected abuse, which the AG says was rampant and going on. Kroger's more than 100 pharmacies were responsible for over 11% of all opioid pills dispensed in the state. As well, a long-running lawsuit with major hedge funds in regards to our pension system here in the state of Kentucky for state employees has resulted in another lawsuit or settlement being announced. $227.5 million agreed to be paid to Kentucky's pension systems by hedge funds such as the Blackstone Group, Pacific Alternative Asset Management, KKR and Company, and Prisma Capital Partners. Prisma, I think, the largest at about $145 million. Attorney General Coleman saying, quote, "I'm proud of our team who delivered this long-awaited outcome led by our talented civil chief, Justin Clark. I look forward to fully resolving this case so Kentucky's retirees can enjoy the benefits they have earned." Well, Kentucky's legislature back in session, and there's already some movement. Kentucky's legislature starting a 30-day session with supermajorities in both chambers for Republicans, and they're going to be, of course, able to set their agenda and have large control over the outcome of any legislation. And with their numbers, they have enough numbers to override any gubernatorial vetoes. Some of their priorities, one of them at the top of their list has already come up: reducing or cutting the individual income tax return in the Commonwealth, a half a percentage point from 4 to 3.5%, going into effect in 2026. That's already seen a little headway. The bill passed a House Budget Committee today by a vote of 17-3. The governor has already indicated he would be in favor of that cut. Local headlines are next. Every season brings its own challenging driving conditions and some more than others. Stay up to that challenge at Conley's. Check out their monthly specials on the best tires. Their $35 computer diagnostic and over 30 years of brakes and oil and maintenance to keep you rolling. Conley Tire in Staffordsville and conleytire.net. For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER. You can call it low carb because it is ultra low carb. And you can also call it one of the tastiest meals ever. Seasoned roast breast strips are perfect green beans, and cooked cabbage so good that sometimes I just get a pint of it and a Diet Pepsi and make it a meal. All you have to do is make your way to your Sayersville Lee's famous recipe.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small-town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
At Big Sandy Healthcare, every patient is seen as an individual deserving of respect, compassion, and top quality care. For us, it isn't about who they are or where they come from, but about the dignity and the care that they deserve. Our commitment goes beyond simply treating diseases. We tackle food insecurity, transportation problems, and other barriers many of our patients experience that hold them back from living fuller, healthier lives. At Big Sandy Healthcare, that's what sets our organization apart.
Let's start off with an update on power being restored to those in the viewing area and elsewhere in eastern Kentucky. We'll have some data right now coming forth from all electric providers, but I did speak with Curry Howard of Licking Valley RECC to get some very up-to-date numbers, and he said it has been a very good day. Still, some more to come. That might take a few days, but it's been a good day. Still some folks without power, still some that will be without power for possibly another 2 or 3 days, but those numbers are nearing zero. So some good news tonight with about 1,128 customers in the entire state of Kentucky still without electricity, but that number is significantly lower than what it was, of course, just 24 hours ago, and certainly at the peak of the outages from Winter Storm Blair. Taking a look at McGoffin County, the map showing 25 out in McGoffin County. Zooming in to click on McGoffin County, we have 21 of those showing up on Licking Valley RECC for Kentucky Power customers, which are included in that 25 that are out in McGoffin County. Taking a look at some of our neighbors, we go to Johnson County, where they have about 90 out on Big Sandy RECC and 11 out on Kentucky Power's lines in Johnson County for 101 total outages right now. Elliott is 0, Rowan is showing 0, Bath is showing 0. Taking a look at some other eastern Kentucky counties and getting back to the viewing area, Lawrence County is showing 25 customers out, all on Big Sandy RECC. And lastly, we'll take a quick look at Morgan County, which has 87 outages being reported as of right now. The majority of those 50 on Licking Valley, 32 on Kentucky Power, and 5 on Big Sandy RECC. There are a total of 4 electric providers in all in Morgan County. So these were numbers on our national database as of 4 o'clock. As of just a few moments ago, a little later than that, I got some closer to real-time numbers from Curry Howard of Licking Valley RECC, and after a lot of hard work, he was very proud to say that they had a very good day. Sharing with us a little video taken from one of the linemen helping get the electricity back on, and this is what these linemen are doing. These are the conditions, these are the heights that they are going to. Simply unimaginable. The good news being that Howard says, while the map showed 25 customers in McGoffin County still out on Licking Valley, he says that real number is down to 15 accounts. They indeed, he says, have had a very good day and have gotten numbers down to just 15 accounts. Right now, one of their main focal points is the Ticklick area in McGoffin County, and he says, in all honesty, as rough as the terrain is there, they're still finding new broken poles. It could be 2 to 3 days before that area and a few other smaller areas in McGoffin County that are among those 15 accounts are 100% back on. It's just that hard to reach, that much repair to be done, but they are working on it and hopeful that they will have all of their customers back online very, very soon, as soon as possible. Again, with 15 accounts here still in McGoffin County and 289 system-wide for Licking Valley. The Kentucky State Police Drug Enforcement Unit and the U.S. Marshals Service came to McGoffin County yesterday afternoon to execute a federal drug warrant that began from a case out of Johnson County. They did just that, as well as serving at least 2 other warrants on a man they found hiding in a Magoffin County home. Investigators with those organizations went to the residence on Lacey yesterday afternoon, right around 3 o'clock or so, in an attempt to serve an active federal indictment warrant on a female. They found the female there. As well, they searched the residence and found this man, Zachary Bowen, hiding in the residence. And after running his information, it came back that he had 2 active warrants in his name. One was for failure to appear. The other was one of the most recent Johnson County indictments that I reported to you just about a week or so ago. The grand jury indicting him for fleeing or evading police in the first degree in a motor vehicle, being a persistent felony offender for having at least 1 prior felony on his record, operating on a suspended or revoked license, speeding 19 miles per hour over the limit, and some other traffic violations. He has, however, racked up another charge after he was found to have fentanyl in his possession, and now is facing a count of possession of a controlled substance in the first degree for that drug, in addition to the before-mentioned charges. Meanwhile, the woman they were going to serve the federal indictment warrant on for trafficking in fentanyl was identified as 33-year-old Tiffany Blanton with an Oil Springs address. She was indicted in November for possession with the intent to distribute fentanyl, also ordered to forfeit some $1,100 in cash that she was found with at the time of the initial arrest or beginning of the investigation. She is set to appear before a federal judge in Pikeville next Tuesday and remains lodged in the Pike County Detention Center. It's still early January. We're still in the middle of this winter blast, so still a pretty brief community calendar. But an important reminder that Water and Wine hopes to be back to normal this coming Wednesday for their one and only regular commodity day of the month of January. Senior commodity day will be the following day on Thursday, and winter hours, of course, are in effect 9 to 11 both days, and you can stay up to date on everything that they've got going on over there by calling 349-6301 or watching Your News Today, where we like to keep you up to date on all their schedules and happenings. Announcements like those and those birthdays and anniversaries, any way you choose here in front of you, that's how you get them on the show. Funeral service announcements brought to you by the Magoffin County Funeral Home include a reminder, first off, that services will start in the morning at 10 at the Fritz Church of God here in Sagersville for 84-year-old Edward Marvin Treft of Ohio, who passed away Friday, survived by his wife Dorothy, as well as his former wife Ruth Bayless, his kids, daughters Teresa Lubert, Vanessa Treft, his sons Ed and Larry and Ty Treft, James Cottingham and Bobby Ziegler, his brother Max, 35 grandkids, 37 great-grandkids, and 1 great-grandchild. Services are still incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon by the Magoffin County Funeral Home for 47-year-old Michael Long of Sagersville. He passed away yesterday at Highlands ARH, survived by his wife Sabrina and family, as well as his parents Gordon and Carolyn Long. Again, announcements still being made at this hour, as they are to be announced soon for 88-year-old Phyllis A. Wheeler of Littorals Fork Road, who passed away on Saturday at her home. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being. Today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National.
There are several risk factors that may put a patient at risk for heart disease.
Especially people who have diabetes or hypertension or high cholesterol and have a family history of heart disease.
Neglecting to see a cardiologist can put you in trouble. You may develop problems that may not be reversible.
We see many people who do not have an actual diagnosis of a heart problem, but may be at risk of heart disease, and we do whatever we can to help mitigate that risk to help prevent disease in the future. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Getting your prescription filled by Sayersville's oldest, most trusted pharmacy is only one of so many other reasons to stop by. Tasty reasons like hot soups, hot dogs, chicken salad, loaded Dorito nachos, iced and specialty coffees, hand-dipped cones and milkshakes. It's a tradition and a destination. It's Fraser's Prater Drug in downtown Sayersville. We haven't spoke about basketball for a while because, well, there hasn't been any high school basketball for a while for obvious reasons. The McGoffin County High School boys, I know, were to go to, I think it was Floyd County tonight for the All-A, perhaps getting underway. I'll check in tomorrow and see if they were able to make that happen. And then with tomorrow's impending snow, we're going to see high school basketball continue to get pushed up into the latter part of March, I think. It can only go so far, but I mean, this is really going to start to squeeze the latter part of the schedule, even though it's still early in the season. With that said, it is time to take a look at your Licking Valley RECC outlook. Again, numbers starting to get pretty firm on what we might see snow-wise, and temperature-wise, we're not going to see it move very much. That being the mercury tomorrow into your Saturday. But first, let's roll back the clock a little. First, let's take a look back and give us all a little perspective on the weather that we are enduring now. On today's date in weather history, back in 1970, brutally cold weather had eastern Kentucky in its grasp. From January the 7th through the 10th, record low temperatures were recorded at the London Corbin Airport. And those were -4, -3, -9, and -15 degrees, respectively, recorded 4 consecutive days. During this week back in 1970. This not so long ago. This is what we were just still digging out from only 3 years ago. Footage here taken January the 6th of 22, and it was still much on the ground on this day 3 years ago today. Several inches of snowfall, the likes of which we will not be seeing tomorrow. However, we are still looking at some accumulating snowfall that is a certainty. Of course, the only thing uncertain is just exactly how much snow we might see on your Friday. And for that, here's the latest from the National Weather Service. A weekend winter storm is expected, accumulating snow to all of eastern Kentucky Friday into early Saturday. A winter storm warning has been issued for much of the area. A winter weather advisory issued for everyone else. And great confidence in accumulating snow for everyone. There's still some uncertainty. It increases the further north and east one goes, but we're all going to get in on some of the action. And right now, the latest forecasted models are saying pretty much southwest of the Kentucky 15 corridor. Expect a widespread 3 to 6, a widespread 2 to 4. Forecast further northeast, precipitation will be mostly snow. This is not going to be one of those big messy rain, sleet, snow, freezing rain, thunder, everything we just had event. The cold air in place at the start of it's going to lead to a quickly accumulating snowfall. What time is it going to start to roll in? Well, right now for most of the viewing area, all of it, noonish is a good time frame tomorrow. Could be a little earlier, but I think noon to 1 stands to be a pretty good estimate of when we will start to see the snow. And when we start to see it, we're going to continue to see it, and it's going to stick around throughout much of the day and into your Saturday morning. More than that as we get to your 7-day in a few seconds. How about a little current data to take a gander at right now? We started off this morning at 11 degrees over the newsroom here in downtown Sayersville, topped out at 25. We are at 22 right now. No winds mean no wind chill. Humidity at around 82%, dew point at 18.5 degrees, no rain or snow to speak of today. Sunrise, taking a look at 7:49. Sunset getting, again, a little later. I like that so much, and I know you know that very well, but at 5:33. So what are the real nuts and bolts of the 7-day? 5 degrees is the first one. More clouds tonight. Winds are calm, thank goodness. But yeah, we're looking at 4 or 5 degrees for nighttime lows tonight. No way around it, I don't think. So brutally cold, dangerously cold. Tomorrow, we should see around 30 degrees, and we're only going to fluctuate 2 degrees over the course of 24, 36 hours. Check this out. Tomorrow, we should see right around 30. Flurries in the morning out ahead of the snow, but the snow's going to come and it's going to stay. And we have right now maybe 1 to 2 inches during the day and another 1 to 3 inches at night for a total of about 2 to 5 inches for all of us here in the viewing area. And those snow showers should start to wind down by about 9 o'clock or so Saturday morning with some flurries for a few hours after that, otherwise mostly cloudy. And there's the temperature that I'm talking about. 30 tomorrow, only 29 tomorrow night, and we drop a degree to about 28 for your daytime high on Saturday. Temperature's very consistent, not moving at all. Now, Saturday night, there is a big change. We'll drop to around 15 degrees Saturday night. We'll have mostly cloudy skies and some flurries possible as well. Winds will be calm. That's good to note. I do want to make note, though, that Saturday, after the snow pulls out, and when before and after, winds will be out of the west up to 15 miles per hour at times. So there will be a wind chill on your Saturday to contend with a 28-degree day and about a 10 to 15 mile per hour wind coming out of the west at times. Sunday, sunny and 37, pretty decent. Nice day to recover. No snow, but don't get too used to it. You can get a little used to the sunshine. Monday, we think we'll see at least partly sunny skies, as we will the rest of your 7-day. Monday right now, a chance of some snow showers to the tune of 30%. 36 during the day. Back down to 15 that night. Another hit of Arctic air rolling in. And you will feel it again on your Tuesday, and definitely your Tuesday night is we're only looking at around 24 Tuesday, and in the single digits are expected Tuesday night right now. Still partly sunny, but a 30% chance of snow. That pretty much sums up Wednesday and Thursday as well. Partly sunny, a 30% chance of snow both days. Temperatures, Wednesday again, right around the mid-20s. Nighttime lows close to 9, 10, 11 degrees again. Thursday we rebound and hopefully we'll hit at least the freezing mark. Nighttime lows are still going to be in the mid-teens. That 16-degree low there Thursday night is one of the highest of the entire bunch. So cold air is here. And the snow will be here tomorrow. And that's it. By the time I see you back here tomorrow night, we should have at least half, if not the majority, of whatever snow we're going to see on the ground. I look forward to being here with you then. Thank you. Stay warm, stay safe, and good night.